How come it's
Hello,
working for
I'm
you?
Smazoma for NHL94online.com. Welcome to a sold out stream. Tonight we're doing the East versus West or West versus East finals of the Classic League. We're going to have Coke 45 against TheProfessor. Coke 45 is from Vancouver, Professor's from Toronto. We've also got Daryl here to commentate. Daryl, you were saying something wasn't working for you?
No, it's working now. I got it. It just wasn't popped up for me. And oh, look at that. Dangler's
Let's
already in the
go.
chat.
We
And he
got
says, let's go.
Straka's voting for
Actually,
Coke.
there's a...
No, just he's
Oh, do you have a
saying
vote up?
let's go Coke.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I'm not seeing that. Maybe
Join
it's
like
just
right
because
after it or
I'm
something.
already on.
So yeah, we're gonna go through here. We can look
Cool.
at the results from the regular season. So the professor won his division, and then he went through the playoffs and he won his final series in 5 games. Actually, the first 3 games all went to overtime. And then the final game was also 1-goal game. So even though it was 5 games, it was a super close series against Dangler. Dangler's here in chat. And on the West Coast, Coke 45 also won his division. And the league, what is that? Oh, I gotta switch. Here we go. Coke swept last Friday, I think it was. I watched that stream live on the RUHL stream, hosted by RVC, Ryan. It's a good stream to watch. Alpha Retro Gaming, that's the stream. And yeah, I also have here, we recently started doing some analytics, I guess you could say. Tickenist, one of our players, grabbed all the data from the website and generated an ELO rating. And that's the way you can predict probabilities. So we've got Professor with a slight ELO advantage, giving him for a single game, he should win about 56% chance winning a game, and that translates to a series probability of about 63.5 if you are betting. Here are your odds. And let's just take a quick look at the team stats. So their records were pretty much identical, just Professor had 1 tie, Coke had 1 additional loss instead, so 76% winning or win percentage. Can we bet? You can kind of bet amongst yourselves. And what else? So the goals for Professor scoring more goals, but Coke with better defense, better goaltending. Professor with slightly higher penalty or a power play, penalty kill, and this last column here is penalty shots. In terms of the players, Fedorov for the Professor, 4.18 points per game, scored 109 goals. Trevor.
You've got about
okay.
15 seconds before they start.
So it's going to be Fedorov and Linden,
They're changing
Eiserman
lines
and
right
Bure,
now.
Cicerelli, and Courtnall is on the ice, but he's not really a huge factor. All right, we're going to join their game. Thanks for reminding me. I was into the stats. I was getting into it.
Go. Yeah, I was just watching them here. All right. So we are in game 1 of this West versus East Super Nintendo. You can call it whatever you want. Grand Finals, Grand National Finals. Actually, Dan TML had a good name for it. I forget what he called it. He'd
Unification,
call it
maybe?
the Unity Cup or something like that.
Like it's got to unify the belt.
Unification Cup or something.
Intercontinental Championship.
I thought that was pretty good. So it looks like I got it paused here. I'm just gonna say, okay, you guys are good. Good to go. All right. Well, we're just gonna wait for them to start the game now, because It looked like they were ready to go. I didn't know if they were watching the feed or if they were just kind of ignoring
Getting
us and
psyched up.
ready to start. Okay, so the professor he just texted me and said, okay, so he's got the message. I think that they're just making sure that Coke is good to go. You know what? It's funny because I actually had to message Coke because I wasn't sure if he called himself Coke or Cokie, and but
So
it
it's
is
supposed to
Coke.
sound like Colt
Coke
45,
45.
whatever that was.
Uh, Now this is interesting because I see on my stream your game is going and
Oh, did you use the playoff
it's
ROM
not
or the
working
other
on
one?
mine yet.
Okay, I guess just try to reconnect.
Playoff ROM.
I'll tell you when there's a break in play, so you don't pop up on their screen. Let me know when you're ready to try to join.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to just jump back in.
So right now they're doing line changes, if you're able to. Okay, they're back. Yeah, they're still doing that. So we're putting a lid stir in. Was there a penalty? So they're changing, yeah. Check after the whistle there. It's good sportsmanship, that's what we like to see.
Oh, there we go. Hopefully I'm in there now. Okay, well, it's already 1-0. 1-0 for the professor here in game one of this Super Nintendo Finals. And now it is 2-0 here, only a minute and a half in. Fedorov gets the goal for the professor as he is taking control early in this series between these two guys. The professor back at it again with Fedorov. He gets tied up in front there by Lume, and the Canucks are back the other way with Coke. He does a stutter step, loses control of it, and now Detroit is going to pick it up. Professor back the other way. He gives it to Fedorov. Trying to circle. He's going around the net. Doesn't have anyone to pass to at this point. Still can't find anyone to pass to. He's going to cut. And he scores! 3-0. 2:20 in the first period. It is already 3-0 in this game. And we get a timeout, Vancouver. Good time to call it timeout for sure. I think for myself, I always usually do it after 2 goals. I don't know why it is. It's just, I think it's just more of a mental thing. As everyone knows, it doesn't impact the players at all. It's just, you got to try and do something to stop the momentum. And right now it's 3-0. And it works! 3-1 as Vancouver gets their first goal. And Trevor Linden is the goal scorer there for Vancouver. So Koki had the timeout, and hopefully maybe it'll work for him now. So he's back within 2. Puck dumped into the corner, and that's going to be an icing against Vancouver as we're coming back down into the other end. Face-off won by Detroit there, and the Professor gets knocked over, but he picks it back up with Cicerelli. Back out to the point. Nice save there by Coke as he was able to use McLean, and good defense again, trying to keep it out. Now here's Bure. Bure stopping. One-timer there, but the one-timer wasn't over across far enough. Easy save for Shovelday. Just under a minute to go here in the first period. 3-1 for Detroit. The Professor picking it up with Coffee. He gets dumped in front of the net. Vancouver back the other way. Here's Bure. Right out front. Oh, and he almost got on the side there. He got knocked down as he just ran into the goalie and lost control of it. Flipped out by the Professor. He didn't want that face-off in his end, but is it going to cost him? It does! 1 second, and it is 3-2 here as Koki takes advantage of the dump-out play. And, boy, those are the ones you don't want to give up. But you know what? The Professor had to do that. He didn't want that face-off in his end zone, and it just didn't work out for him. So 3-2. Look at that. 5 goals we've gotten here in the first period of game one of this Unification series is what Dan TML calls it. I love that name. West versus East. Here's Koki. Coke is trying to, I keep calling him Koki because that's what I always used to call him. So there's a chance there by the Professor. He had the wide open net and he didn't shoot it right away. So he was a bit late on that one. That one went wide. Here is Vancouver. Coke bringing it in over the zone. Loses control of it. Could be a breakaway here for the Professor. One-timer scores! 4-2 as Cicerelli gets the goal for the Detroit Red Wings to put them back up by 2 here in game 1. 6 goals already, and we're just a minute into the second period. Here's Koch coming in with Gerald Diddick, and he gets knocked down. Chevrolet picks it up, and the Detroit Red Wings are back the other way. There's Eisenman, loses it on that pass across. Courtnall trying to get the one-timer. That gets hit in front there, and now Detroit has it back the other way. Looks like a 2-on-1. And can you do something with it? Tried the pass, but gave it away. Here's Courtnall, breakaway. Oh, and a save there by Chevrolet as he stuck out the pads. Vancouver tried to get it and lost it. Now Detroit has it. Fedorov, the shot, and saved by Koch there with McLean. Here's Bure all by himself. The one-timer scores! And he had the right play there. I think the professor was trying to come out with his goalie to knock down the player. He missed and left a wide open net. It is now 4-3. Here's a breakaway again. The stop and a nice save again there by the professor to keep it 4-3. Here's the professor in over with Cicerelli. Cutting across in front, and the one-timer there didn't get through. But Professor has it back, and he tried to get it back out again. Here's a breakaway. Here's Linden. Scores, and it's 4-4. He has tied it up. Wow, this game has changed in the matter of a period and a half here, and it was quite something. When he was down 3-0, he called the timeout, and it has now been working for him because he's come back to tie it 4-4. Here's Koch. He puts it out to Bure. Bure coming in on the side, looking for that one-timer to Linden. And, oh, a nice shot there, but right off the post. Keep it tied at 4. Here's Fedorov trying to work his way through. One-timer, and that was just wide of the net there. Maybe one more chance? No. Buzzer goes here in the second period, tied 4-4. I says... Yes, Tecmo John says the game audio is correct. So we got Alpha Retro Gaming in here, Ellis, Dangler is in here, Dan. Underway here in Detroit is, oh, a nice deep there by the professor as he kind of stutter stepped a little bit. Had Koch going the wrong way, and a nifty backhander by Paul Coffey makes it 5-4 here early in the third period. Professor wins it again. Coming back with Detroit, there is Eisenman. Back to the point. That's not the play he wanted there. One of those one-timers that you just kind of get frustrated with because you wanted to go somewhere else. Detroit has it again. Coming back. Loses it there to Linden as Koch has it now. And, oh, he loses Bure for the period. That is a vital blow here because Bure is the second leading scorer on his team this year. During the season. I think Linden had 90 goals, Bure had 81. But now he's going to have to play the rest of the period without him. So let's see what he can do. Good thing with Vancouver is that they always have a good option for a fourth forward to put in. So let's see if he can make a comeback here. Here's the professor with Cicerelli. He loses it. And now Vancouver back the other way. Here is Linden. And he loses it. Now, I believe that's Konstantinov. Passes it across there for Cicerelli. Cicerelli swinging around. One-timer scores, and he takes advantage of that play. Wow, the nice one-timer in front of the net for Detroit to make this 6-4. Nice short-handed goal. And Cliff Ronning is coming into the game. Or maybe that was a switch across there. I think that maybe that's what happened to get his two wingers on. Okay, here's Detroit again, and Cicerelli is the one that's going to take a seat for the rest of the game. This is going to make it 4-on-4 for the next about a minute or so here. So let's see who he's putting in. Eisenbart makes sense. That's usually the good choice to go with when you lose a forward for Detroit. And it'll be about a minute, well, 40 seconds there of 4-on-4 time, and then Detroit's going to go on the power play. So some work to be done here for Vancouver. 2:28 left here in the first period, and we'll see if they can make a comeback. Detroit wins the faceoff, tries to get in. Here's Vancouver back the other way. They got a 2-on-1. Linden loses it out in front there. Now the professor coming in with eyes on it, scores! 7-4, 2 minutes to go, and that is going to make it really tough for Coke to come back. He's not out of it yet, but 2 minutes is going to be pretty tough for him to come back at this point in the game. Now Detroit is on the power play here for another minute and 15, and really the professor doesn't need any more goals. He just needs to kind of control it, keep the puck in the end as much as he can. If he can get another goal, great, but he doesn't need to score anymore. Here's Courtnall, breakaway, scores, 7-5, and there is a minute 7 to go here in the third period, and that was a shorthanded goal. He's going to have to get 1 or 2 more if he's going to make put this to overtime. Coke wins it. Here's a chance for Linden. Linden in. Oh, he hit it off the post. I thought he had a chance there. He needed that one. Here's Detroit coming in. Detroit scores. 8-5. Paul Eisenberg puts the back up by 3. 38 seconds to go, and that is going to wrap it up for here for game 1, as Detroit is just going to control it for the rest of the period here. They're already up by 3, going for more. There is 9-5, 17 seconds left, and right now Coke is just going to be focusing on game 2. Let's take a quick look at the chat here. So yeah, King Graf says filthy. Alpha Retro Gaming says, yeah, I'm yelling along. And who we got? King Graf says 20. Oh, there's 26 people in there now. Okay, cool. Wow. Dangler in the chat. Hockey fan says, how did that go in? Dan TML, yes, just floating drive for 30 now. Lots of hockey to play, says Alpha Retro Gaming, and they're still in this. So he's cheering for his buddy. They're both Vancouver boys. They know each other really well. And that's Ryan Ventura, if anyone's wondering there, the announcing superstar. So, and he runs the Vancouver Retro Gaming community out there. He does a really wonderful job. So if you're ever out in Vancouver, you definitely need to go check out his place and chat with him as well. So we are getting here ready for game 2, and we have Detroit up with a 1-0 lead. So Professor slightly favored in this series. Pardon me. He had a 30-9-1 record, 39-1 record in the regular season in the Eastern Conference, and Coke had a 30-10 record, so pretty close. So Detroit starts it off here again early in the first period, just like they did last game. 28 seconds in, and Professor has a 1-0 lead already. Now I have a glitch on my screen. Are you seeing the same thing, or do I need to rejoin?
I think on my end it froze for a moment as well. Yeah, I'm disconnected as well.
Okay, it disconnected as well?
So I'm going to... I wonder if they're connected. Maybe you get a lot of disconnection.
We might have a pause in the game here. We'll see. I'm going to see if I can rejoin.
I'll just show the stats.
Yeah, go ahead. Show the stats. We'll see what happened. I'm just going to send him a quick message. EA Sports in the... That happens sometimes with online gaming. We get disconnected, and the sponsors don't like it. So usually we end up losing about $2 million in revenue every time that happens. But that's the way it goes.
So I rejoined. It's paused.
I think. Okay, so it looks like they probably are still playing, because he just said, "I think you guys got back out. Smoz is back in." So yeah. I am joining shortly.
When you join, remember to press the I key.
Good.
All right, we are connected again.
Okay, now they had a pause. Yeah, okay. There we go. So we're back at it now. 1-0 here in the first period. And just to confirm, Smoz, do you see 4:16 on your screen?
I do, yep.
Okay, great.
It's a new face-off.
So we're both good. 50 frames and 60 frames a second. Okay, we're doing okay here. All right, game two. And again, as I mentioned, it's 1-0 Detroit. The professor had started early the last game with a lead, and now he's back to the lead again. I think this time Coke doesn't want him to get up to that 3-0 lead. He'd like to be able to tie it up and keep it a lot closer this time, not have to work so much. There's a one-timer, nice one-timer by the professor. Back to Coffee, and he buried it in the bottom corner. 3:17 left in the first period. We've got a 2-0 lead. We're only 2 minutes in. Starting to see a little bit of repeat of game one, and Professor steals it again. He tries to circle. Good play there by Coke to come out and stop him there just to keep that at 2-0. Here's a break. Oh, he scores! He tried the dive play there, and he's calling the timeout again. Oh gosh, it's 2:45 in the verse, and it is
Puck carrier
3-0.
got double teamed.
He tried that, I call it the McHale dive, the dive across the crease, but it didn't work for him. And it's 3-0 right now. He's dug himself a hole again. We'll see if he can come back. Here comes Detroit with the wings. There's Eisenman, pass across, but Vancouver, and a nice save there by McLean, keep it at 3-0. Tried for the one-timer out front, and that was intercepted. Is the professor back the other way again. Now with Fedorov, one-timer scores, and that was a nice setup. Nothing that Coke could do there to make it 4-0, and he is really running away with it now. And we are still in the first period. Here's Coke. Loses it there, and now Detroit back again with Eisenman. Eisenman looking for that one time. He tried to tuck it in there, but nice save by McLean. And Vancouver's going to take a penalty here, as that's Yerky Lume going off for a couple minutes. So we are getting a change on defense. Gerald Didick is coming in. Looks like Pavel Bure is moving over to the wing, which makes sense. So you're following along. That typically happens with the penalty kills, that they'll always go with the center and left wing on that PK1 line. That's why he made that change, to get his two best players out there. Otherwise, I believe it's Jim Sandlack that goes on, and you don't want Jim Sandlack out there. But it didn't make a difference. It is now 5-0 as Steve Eisenman scores the goal, and we are still in the first period. This is not looking good for Coke at all. Here is a chance for him to try and make it at least a 4-0 game, but we can get it there. He's got it back again. Maybe one more here. If you can get one before the end of the period. Let's see what happens. 6 seconds left. One-timer. Oh, and wrist off the side of the net. But it's 5-0, and this is a long way back. So for those that are in the chat, I would just love to know where you guys are watching from. You can tell me where you're watching from, your living room or your city and town or country, because I think Ragnar of Stockholm is over in Sweden, so that's pretty cool. We have someone overseas watching the game. I don't even know what time it would be there. Probably 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm guessing. Vernon, BC. We got Vancouver watching at game quarters. There you go. We are back in the second period here with Coke trying to make his way in. Detroit's going to take a penalty here early in the second period. Maybe this is what Coke needs. He needs to get something, anything, just to get a little bit of rhythm. You know, if he can get 2 or 3 goals this period and then close the gap heading into the third, that's what he's going to try and do. But now Vancouver is going to take a penalty, and it's going to be 4-on-4. So Linden there, he paced this guy along the board, and it's Bure who's going to sit into the box. 4-on-4 for probably about another minute and a half, I would guess there. So, and we got another penalty coming up. Oh no, Linden is going off. So Vancouver's 2 best forwards are going to sit in the box. It is now going to be 4-on-3. Talkin' Est is watching from his home office in Virginia. Well, that's pretty cool. Ellis says Vancouver here, go Coke. And DC Khan is saying, I haven't still played these guys yet, good time to scout. And Dan's let me know that Dallas and Tampa are tied at 3. Well, it is 6-0, and this is starting to become a blowout here. If this was King of 94 matchup, the game would already be over because of the mercy rule, but that's not the case here. You score as many goals as you want, score as much as you want, and unfortunately, if you're on the other end of it, you got to just bear and take it. So We are only just a couple of minutes in here in the second period, and a long way back for Coke to come back in this one, down 6-0. But he's got it with Cordno now. He's controlling it for a little bit, and he's working his way in. Now he's just trying to see if he can get that pass across, but Paul Coffey was there to meet him and knock him down. Here's Cicerelli cutting across, scores, and that's 7-0 for the Detroit Red Wings, and that is about it. I mean, he's going to make another change here, but really, there is not much left, I think, in the tank for Vancouver at this point. Even if they could just try and get a goal or two, get themselves a little bit of respect back, but 7 goals is a long way to come back against Detroit and Professor, for anybody for that matter, regardless of how good you are. Here is Yzerman over to Cicerelli. He gets dumped, and Lume back the other way. Lume gets it up to Bure, right in, circling around Bure, and he loses control of it there. And here is Detroit's Steve Yzerman. Tried to get the pass back to the D. That didn't work. Floater in over top of the net, and Detroit picks it back up again. Here's Yzerman, and a backhander, and that was a nice deke there. Makes it 8-0 here in the second period. Only a minute 20 left to go in this period, and we still got a whole other period to play. Oh boy. Coke with it, with Linden, comes in. Oh, and he had the play there. That looked like a short goal, but the Professor had hit him just at the last minute to flip him over and keep it at an 8-0 game. So Chevelday holding on to that shutout for a couple periods now. Here's the Professor working his way back in. Nice little sneak play there. And he was hoping that maybe Coke would have taken control of the goalie, which it would have been a goal, but good play there and keep it 8-0. So, 8 goals is a long way back. I don't know. Let me know in the chat if any of you ever scored, come back from 8-0 in a game. And if you have and you were playing against the computer, I don't want to hear it. Third period underway. The Red Wings coming out with Cicerelli. Cicerelli in over the line. As the Professor coming in over the line. Nice play there by Coke to cut down the angle, take him out. And another nice play there with McLean. But still, the Professor has it again. He's always picking up those rebounds. And now he controls it, comes back, and he's trying to make his way back in a bit again, but picks it up again. Here's Coke. He gets it back now. Here's Bure. And in a break. Oh, and that was a nice save there by Chevelday to keep the shutout alive. It was a good play by Coke. He tried the nice deep play there, but a nice save. And fortunately, on the other end, sometimes when you make a big save on one end, you get a goal at the other end. It is now 9-0. And not the game 2 that we were hoping for or expecting, for that matter. Because we know that Coke is a lot better than what he's playing right now. 2:50 to go here in the third period, and really this is just a time for Coke to try and see if he can break the shutout. I mean, that's really all you're doing at this point, because you're just riding out the rest of the game. You already know that the game is over, but if you can get that one goal and just avoid getting the shutout. Oh, and he had him beat there, but he lost control of the defenseman. He had the goalie beat. Here's Vancouver in over the line. There's a one-timer. Nice play there by the Professor to intercept and throw it back down the ice. Penalty come up against the Red Wings, and this might be his chance. There's a break, and good play there by Detroit to stop it there. 1:20 left as Yzerman is going to sit the box for the rest of this game. King Graf says 6 is like 0.005%. I think I would believe that. Dangler says Coke is New Jersey. I don't get that one. I'm sure there's an inside joke. Kevin Cabarello, thanks for joining the chat. He says we want 10. We want 10, and you didn't get 10 yet, but there's still 30 seconds left, so maybe you'll get 10. Free tacos for everyone in the stands if he gets 10. Hey, Coke scores! He breaks the shutout, and poor Chevelday just lost his signing bonus. We're headed to game 3. Kevin Caparella says, Chevelday, come on, man. Well, 9-1. You know what? It doesn't really matter what the score was. It's down 2-0. You just got to refocus. You put that game behind you, and you focus on game 3. Now, the big thing is we're heading back to Vancouver. So maybe home advantage is going to be the thing that Coke needs to get back into the series. So we're going to find here very shortly. Let's check in with the chat. I see Ellis says Professor had a really good game, 18 goals on 19 shots. Holy smokes. Dangler says the goalie was scored for 8 of those goals. Okay, so something must have been going on there. Somebody must have been rage quitting. I'm not sure. Talking S, which is Tickin' S brother, says, okay, I was wrong. Professor is number 2, but Coke is number 7. Dangler is number 1. And Alpha Retro Gaming says, time for a comeback, Coke. He is cheering you on. They are at game quarters. They are pulling for you. I'm guessing there must be a big crowd there, probably 40 or 50,000 taken in this game for game 3 of this East-West Unification series. Techmo John and Halifax is officially confused by us in the chat. Absolutely. I have no idea what's going on there. We are in game 3 now. And now Burry has it into Linden there. He gets knocked down and Detroit back the other way. Coke really wants to get that first goal this game. He didn't get the first 2 times. It'd be nice if he could get it this time to try and build himself back up some confidence. Steve Chason taking a penalty there for the Red Wings. There is Vancouver with Gerald Didick making his way in, and he scores, and he gets the first goal of the game. Gerald Didick from Trevor Linden, and that's exactly what Coke needed to get a good start for him here in the 3rd game of this series. Down 2-0, but up 1-0 here in game 3. Here's Courtnall, another play, and a nice save there by the Professor. He timed that 2-pad stack just enough to get a piece of it. And keep it a 1-0 game, and there's a nice one-timer by the Professor. He waited and waited for Fedorov to get it in time for the right spot. One-timer just in the corner there. Coke couldn't quite get it. It is now 1-1 here in the first period. Vancouver, there is Linden. Linden gets dumped. He gets knocked down. The Red Wings back the other way. Here's Cicerelli working his way back out, and he tried to sneak it in the corner there. I think maybe he was thinking that McLean might move a bit, but good save by Coke to keep it 1-1. Here are the Red Wings. Here's Fedorov. Fedorov skating in, around and behind, and the shot, and then it's off the post there as it stays out. It's 1-1. Bure back the other way. Here's Courtnall to Linden. Courtnall, oh, and a one-timer, and it just missed. What a nice play by Coke, and it didn't go for him, though. How did that one miss? I don't know. Should be 2-1. Here is Linden with Courtnall again. Coke circling in. The one-timer. Oh, and off the post. There is just no luck for him right now. He's got a 1-1. It could easily be 3-1. Here's the Professor with Cicerelli. Trying to make his way in. He's going to get the puck back. Puts it back to his defenseman. Nice play there. Circling in the corner. He's going to cut out. And a good save there by McLean to keep it 1-1. 20 seconds to go here in the first. Can Coke get the lead there? Loses control of it. Detroit for one more chance here to see if they can take the lead here at the end of the first. Pass out front, but didn't quite go there. And it is 1-1 in the second, heading into the second. Let's check the chat here. King Graf with a weird face and King of NHL 94 holding his head. And Alpha Retro Gaming says Didick. Oh, Scribe is in the chat. Good to see you here. 2-1 for Detroit. Wow, a quick goal right off the face-off. Steve Chason gets it from Sergei Fedorov, and it is 2-1 for the Detroit Red Wings. So, let's see if he is going to be trying to make a roll here for Detroit. Vancouver back the other way, maybe trying to stop something here. Might have been a good time, perhaps, for Vancouver to call a timeout and not let it get too far ahead of them like it has been before. Here is Coke with Vancouver. The pass there just off his skates as Detroit picks it back up. Here's the Professor. Nice play there by Coke. Nice defensive play to stop that just before he got the shot away. Dump back down the ice. There's going to be an icing here against Detroit, and we are headed back the other way. Oh, Dan is letting me know that Tampa Bay is now up 4-3 in their game here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Here's Coke. Nice play across. Oh, no, he couldn't get it to go again. He is having some hard luck here in this game. Another one-timer, and he gets it. Nice play there by Coke as Trevor Linden makes it 2-2. It was just bound to go in, and sooner or later. He's had so many chances that just haven't been going for him, but that one did, and it's tied at 2 now. Vancouver. It's the whistle there as Kirk McLean comes back out. Face off, Vancouver zone. As Detroit wins it here. Here's the Professor. Oh, he scores! Nice little tech inside the corner there by Steve Yzerman to make it 3-2. That was a quick play off the face-off and very hard for Coke to react on that one. So now he puts himself back up by 1, and now he's back up by 2 as Steve Chason has made it 4-2 now, and there is the timeout that Coke has called to try and stop this again. But you know what? The Professor is just playing so well right now. It is hard for anybody to stop him. He's been kind of rolling through the playoffs, and he's been rolling through the first 2 games, and you get the feeling that maybe he's rolling through this one here too. So he's got it again, loses control of it. There's Vancouver with Gerald Didick, puts it across for... Oh, the one-timer there was there for Linden, but it just went through the stick and it just didn't go off. So nothing you can do there. Detroit back the other way with Fedorov, and he tried to tip it in the corner. Is there a one-timer coming up? He tried to get it across, but it was picked off in front by the defenseman. Down the ice for an icing. 1:08 here in the second period, and Detroit is up 4-2 in the game 3. Had another chance there to make it 5-2. Gets it back again. He's held up. Loses control of it. Vancouver. Now taking it over the zone. Is it going to be a cut across? Oh, you know what a nice play there. He waited him out on the 2-pad stack. Buried it in the far corner. That is not an easy play to do. Nice goal by Coke to make it 4-3 with 30 seconds to go here in the second period. Detroit tried to get it out there, and Shovelday went up too far outside the zone, so it's going to be a face-off. Maybe this is a chance for Vancouver to tie it. Loses it, though. He gets it back. There's a one-timer. Oh, he scores! It's 4-4 with 10 seconds to go in the second period. Nice play by Coke there to tie up this game, and that timeout seemingly is now working for him in his favor. 5 seconds, another chance for maybe one more. Time runs out. And we have a game here in game 3, gentlemen. Let's check out the Alpha Retro Gaming says, yeah, buddy, I'm assuming he's talking about that 4th goal. Tecmo John, the most terrifying play in SNES copyright King Grab. And King of NHL 94 says forehand again. That must be you, Smoz, is it? Because it's not me.
What was that?
All right. So that must be you typing that in. So.
Yep.
For 4 minutes to go in the third period, it's tied 4-4 with Linden and the one-timer there to Didick, but nice save there by Shovelday. Here's the Professor trying for number 5, loses it to Gerald Didick, who's back the other way with Bure. One-timer and a nice save there by Shovelday. You can see the one-timer develop, and the Professor read it very nicely. Another save there by Shoveldays. He dumps it out, pass up to Yzerman, but that missed him, and Jyrki Lume picks it up for Vancouver. Coke dumps it down into the corner. He's got to beat it out, beats out the icing. This could be a chance for him here. Linden, one-timer scores! And that race to beat up the icing paid off for him as he found Bury in front of the net, and now Detroit has called their first timeout in this entire series. Maybe the tables are turning here a little bit as Vancouver has a 1-goal lead in the third period. Vancouver wins the face-off. Here is another play, nice save there by the Professors. He came across on that one-timer, but Vancouver gets it back. Coke coming in with Didick, loses it. Here's a chance for Detroit, right in, and a nice save there by another play, and he scores! It is now 5-5 on a backhand goal by Sergei Fedorov. 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go here. Game 3. Coke needs to win this game to make it a series, and the Professor trying to get the next one to hopefully bury the series if he can. Goes around to pick it up with Shovelday, out to Eiserman. Eiserman across to Coffee. He loses control of it. Now Coke back the other way with Courtnall, and he gets stumped. 1:17 to go here in the third period. Detroit loses it back the other way. There's a pass that was typically would be offside, but we don't play offsides, and we like that. One time, play there, he scores! Nice play by Dino Cisterelli. 50 seconds to go. 6-5 Detroit. Coke needs to score now. Now he needs to put it all on the table. Can he do it? Here is Didick. Didick trying to make his way up front. He gets bumped by Shovelday. I thought he was going to go behind the net there, but he lost control of it. 25 seconds here. Here's a chance for Vancouver. Might be their last chance. Is he going to get it? The flip pass. He gets it back on. 8 seconds to go, and he tied it. Pavel Bure with the hat trick. Did you just see that play? He just flipped it to himself. I don't think he meant to do that, but it worked. And it is tied, and we are going to overtime. Wow, 6-6. I cannot believe that play that Coach just did. Unbelievable. Game 3, and he scores with 8 seconds left. Wow. Professor wins the face-off, but Shaysaw gets dumped. He is out for the period, which is out for the game, and Detroit now is going to have a power play for 2 minutes, unless somebody can score, but they're going to have the man advantage anyway, so we'll see what happens here. The Professor wins it. He's right in, and he gets dumped there. Nice play by Coke. Coke back the other way with Courtnall. He's right in. Scores! And he's 7-6, and he makes the series 2-1. Jeff Courtnall scores shorthanded from Kirk McLean, and we now have a series as Coke has put him back within 1. Let me know in the chat what you guys are thinking that. I've already kind of lost my voice yet. And we're not even into game 4 yet. Chance for Vancouver. Might be their last chance. Is he going to get it? The flip pass. He gets it back on. Chance for Vancouver. Might be their last chance. Is he going to get it? The flip pass. He gets it back on. Is the chat working for you, Smoss? Last
yeah.
one I got. Okay.
I just played the replay of that flip pass a couple times.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my chat must not be working. The last one I have is you saying forehand again.
That's really late. Yeah, maybe refresh that.
Yeah, maybe I'll just restart.
Somehow.
So we are in game 4 here. I'm just going to reset my Twitch feed. And hopefully that will work here. All right, game 4 here underway as Detroit has it now, and the Professor trying to make his way in. He loses control of it as Vancouver has it. Bure with Coke has it. Kind of a weak shot there. That wasn't going to happen, and easy save by the Professor on that play. Here's the Professor again coming in. Tried the one-timer there. Was a bit late on that play, and that pass didn't... the play didn't work out as well as he would like. Here's Vancouver and Coke with Yerky Lume. Over to Linden, and Linden gets stumped by Paul Coffey as Detroit has it now. Shot goes right over top of the net, and we're going to get a face-off just outside of Vancouver's zone. Here's Gerald Didick. Didick with it. Spinning, just kind of waiting. Nice pass there to Courtnall. It's a one-timer coming, it is, and it's right at the side of the net. Couldn't quite get it to go. The Professor gets stumped there. Here's Yerky Lume. Tries to stutter, pass across, and couldn't quite get it. He was in too deep, and he ran into Shovelday. Now Detroit has it. Here's the Professor. Oh, nice try there. So he tried to go on the short side. Vancouver back the other way. He gets stumped. And this game here hasn't started with a goal yet. Usually the last two have started really quickly. Here is Vancouver again with Coke. He's got Bure, one-timer, he scores. He buries that in the bottom corner to make it 1-0 here in game 4. And again, that was the goal that he needed. He scored first last game and won. The Professor scored first in the first 2 games, and he won both of those. So we'll see if the trend continues. Cicerelli trying to make his way in, gets stumped there by Vancouver. Bure circling around, cuts in, and a nice save there by the Professor just to get that pad right on that save there. Here's another chance, and it's cut off in front by Vancouver, but they get it back again. Now they're just hammering each other out there. Play going back and forth, and first period is now over. It is 1-0 Vancouver. And unfortunately, my chat is not working, so I cannot see what any of you guys are saying. But I will try.
So
it
we're
again here.
we're renaming when you pass it to yourself, it's now called the Coke. If you do a flip pass up in the air to yourself, Dan's saying we're gonna get in trouble for encouraging kids to do the Coke.
Okay, so he sniffed out the opportunity to make it count. Gotcha. 1-1 here, as you just saw there, that early here in the second period, the Professor has tied the game here in game 4 of this series. Coke circling around with Bure, loses it. Now chase on. Has it to Fedorov, and he gets stumped as Vancouver is now back the other way. Here's Linden. Stops at the blue line, cuts back across. Here's Bure cutting to the net. Bure still has it. Looking for a one-timer, gives it to Linden. Linden still has it, and he loses it there to Cicerelli. Cicerelli up to Yzerman. Yzerman is held up, and he gets dumped, and Vancouver takes control. Coming back in with Lume. Across the court. No! Oh, and a nice save there by Chevelday. Good play by the Professor to keep it a 1-1 game. Here comes Fedorov. Right in! Oh, and a nice play there by Lume. So that would have been a sure goal if he didn't knock him down. Here is Cicerelli trying to cut in. Good save by McLean. McLean has it. Almost gave it away there, but it goes back down the ice, and Detroit picks it back up, coming back the other way. 2 minutes to go here in the second period, a 1-1 tie. Bure in with it. Bure loses it. Detroit, nice stutter step there. Can this make it? Oh, what a goal there by the Professor. He avoided the check, cut right to the net, and Fedorov makes it 2-1 here in game 4, second period. Vancouver wins the faceoff. Koch trying to see if he can tie it now. He gets dumped along the boards there as Detroit has it. And they're back the other way. Here's Yzerman. Yzerman stops, and he tried to see if he could get him to move to one side. That didn't work. Vancouver has it now. They pick it up again. It's dumped over top of the net. As Chevelday has it, just making sure that he gets the right pass out. Here's Cicerelli. Scores! And it's 3-1. 23 seconds to go here in the second period. Chevelday gets the assist on that one, and Vancouver calls the timeout. So twice now when Vancouver has called the timeout, it has worked for them very well. We are going to see if it is going to work for them again, and they need it to work again because they're down by 2. Looks like there's a penalty coming up to Vancouver here, and so they're heading into the third period. Vancouver is going to be shorthanded, starting period number 3, down 3-1. And it really sucks here. I wish my chat would work for me, but I tried to reset this twice.
He gets it back.
Okay, there we go. Oh, Anatar's in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. Coke needs the next one, he says. So finally, my chat is working for me. If everybody could just copy and paste everything they said for the last 30 minutes, that would be great. Thank you. Third period underway. And Detroit has a 3-1 lead here in game 4, looking to take a 3-1 lead in the series. Cicerelli gets dumped in behind the net, and Vancouver's back the other way. Here comes Koch. He's got it with Linden. The one-timer coming. You can see it develop. Nice play by the Professor as he also read it nicely to keep that play out. Okay, Chevelday has it now. Chevelday just looking for the pass, puts it up. Yzerman has it. Yzerman tried to tuck it in the corner there, but nothing doing there for the Red Wings. Here is Linden. Linden gets checked from behind. Detroit picks up. Linden gets it back. Linden has it now. Koch with Linden. Coming in, still trying to weave his way around. Still has it. One-timer. Oh, and a nice play there. But it didn't quite get another one-timer at all, just on the side of the net. Neither of those could go for him, and he really needed one. He needs one soon because he's down by 2. There's 2:30 left here. Here's Lume, who's on the wing right now because of that penalty. He's got it back across, and Detroit has picked it back up. Vancouver has 3 defensemen out there right now. Oh, and a nice deke as he makes it 3-2. Doug Lidster has scored, and now he's going to make the change on his lineup. Let's see who he's putting in. He's putting Lume. He's got Diddick. Courtnall's going on the left wing. Burry back on the right wing. 2 minutes to go. He needs to tie this game to send it to overtime. The professor would like an insurance goal to try and put this game away. And he has it in behind, but lost it in behind the net there. Courtnall has it back the other way. Here's Linden. Linden coming in. Oh, and a nice save there by the professor with Chevelday to keep it 3-2. 1:15 to go. Here's Linden. Pass it across, and there's a save by Chevelday again. Here's Yzerman. Will this be the game? Oh, they're going to take a penalty on the play. Detroit is going to be shorthanded unless Vancouver can score. 44 seconds to go. Fedorov in the box. Oh, they got 2 guys going to the box. It is a 5-on-3. What a opportunity now for Vancouver to tie this game and try and send it to overtime. So now he has a decision to make. Who is he going to put at center to go out on the power play or on the penalty kill? He's got Yzerman at center. He's moving Cicerelli in there now, who will take the draw for Detroit. And he's got Yzerman on the wing. But it won't matter because he's down 5-on-3, and whoever comes out of the box is going to just go right on the ice anyway. So 5-on-3, 3-2. Vancouver wins the draw. And Detroit they pick it up here. He's just trying to hold on to it. Probably wanted to get it moved out. Sometimes you just don't want that face-off in your end. Here's an opportunity for Vancouver. Are they going to capitalize on that play? Let's see. Detroit wins the face-off. Good play there by the professor. He needs to dump it out. Vancouver's got to move it quickly. 15 seconds. He's got to move the puck. 10 seconds. Has he got a chance here? Here's Courtnall. Courtnall right in. A one-timer. Oh, and it's under the net. Oh, he almost had a chance there. And hit the side of the net, and it did not go in. And Vancouver almost tied it. Detroit has won the game. It is now 3-1, and the professor has taken control of the series here, winning Game 4. Wow, that was close. Dangler says, wow, that was crazy. Tecmo John says, damn, I guess he was rooting for Vancouver. Maybe he's just rooting for an overtime in that one. Posty. That's what everyone's saying. That. And Ralph says, how the whatever didn't go in. We don't use those kinds of words on here, Raph. Clean up your mouth. Get into Game 5. McMarcus says, action-packed. That's right, it is action-packed. These last 2 games have been spectacular. But now we are going back to Detroit. And if you can remember now that I believe the professor, I think he won the first game 7-4 and then 9-1. So he scores a bunch of goals at home. Coke has his work cut out for him. And if anything, he'd really want to try and get the board first in this game. Here he is. Coke has a breakaway, and we are going to see his first penalty shot of the series. Courtnall versus Cheverday. What's he going to do? Stops. Oh! He tried it. Nice stop and stutter there, and the professor read it perfectly to keep it a 0-0 game. Here's Chason. Stutter tries to cut in, circling back around, and Vancouver picks it up. Now Burry with Coke has it with Burry. One-timer. Oh, and the one-timer didn't go for him there, but he gets it anyways, and that's 1-0. Scoring here, and he will take that penalty for that goal. That's the trade-off that you always want. If you're going to take a penalty, you'll take the goal with it. So it's going to take the goaltender interference penalty, head to the box. But he's up 1-0 here in Game 5 of the series. When you're down 3-1, you don't think about the next game. You just think about this game and trying to get through each period, one game at a time. Here's the professor. Cuts across and scores there to make it 1-1 with Fedorov to tie this game at 1 and scores on the power play. We're going to see a line change here from Vancouver. Linden going to center, Burry going on the wing, and that change has to do more with the penalty that was that was in place there before. So putting the back of the wing, leaving Linden at center. Here are the wings cutting across. There's Cicerelli. He gets stumped. Play back by Vancouver as Burry comes in. Burry, nice try on that backhand there. I thought it could go, but it didn't. Here is Detroit. Cicerelli has it, still has it. Looking for passes. He gets these scores. Yeah, he cut across the crease there and read the play nicely to get it tucked in the corner. The cross crease cheese, as we like to call it. But you know what? Anything works. If you can get it to go, you can get it to go, and he did. 2-1 here in Game 5 as Detroit is back out in front. Burry coming in. And a one-timer cross. Nice play there by Koch to make it 2-2 here in the first period. And we are seeing a lot of goals again here in this game. 2:17 left in the first period. Detroit back in. Here's Steve Chason. Loses control of it to Vancouver. Koch in it with Cardinal. And lost control of it there. He's got Linden, the one-timer, and that's wide of the net. That's another chance. And he tried the backhander there, but the Professor read that one nicely to keep it a 2-2 game. Vancouver has it now. And the team in the boys in Vancouver game quarters, they're cheering him on. They're hoping he can get one here. Lume has it across to Cardinal. Cardinal to Didick. Cross, and that one-timer was just a bit too deep, but that one was perfect. He set it right out in front, and now he is back out with Linden with the hat trick. He's up 3-2 here in Game 5. I could use a beer or two. And he gets another one there. Linden scores his 4th goal of the game. 36 seconds to go here in the first period. I want to know what the best beer is out there. I'm going to go with Alexander Keith's, but I'd like to know what you guys think. And if anybody says Budweiser, you can leave the chat. Vancouver making a change. And he did that so fast. I said, okay. I don't know if he made the change there. So Lidster and Lume on defense. He's putting Burre on the left wing. That's due to the Lume penalty. So he's got Burre out there with Linden on the power play. Dangler says Keys all the way. That's right. I think it's just us Nova Scotia boys. We love our Alexander Keys. There's Linden. He kicked towards the net there, and the time's going to run out. Good start for Koch this game. 4-2 is the start that he wanted, playing in Detroit. Stantnader says Stella. I like Stella. Surly. Never heard of Surly. And then, what is this? Is that Frog Flam? Oh, gosh.
It's a beer I had in Norway. It's called Fyr og Flam. Just, I guess it's fire and flame.
Blue Moon. I've heard of Blue Moon. I don't think I've ever had it, though. And Kadelsky was saying, does anyone else pronounce it Koki? You know what? Kadelsky, I always called him Koki until I found out today that it was Coke. So I've called him Koki a couple of times. So Koch has it right now with Linden. And in the second period, he still has the puck as he's trying to find someone there. Pass across. Canucks still have it. The Wings pick it up now. Now the penalty's expired. Here's Cicerelli, one-timer and across, and a good save there by McLean. Here is Burry. He gets dumped by Cicerelli. The Professor is coming in. Tried to get that one-timer cross, cut off by Vancouver. Lume down the wing. He's upended by Chason. And Chason loses it now. Koch back the other way. He gets dumped, and it's just kind of going back and forth now. Who is going to win the battle and get a chance to score? Here is Burry. Burry circling. Didn't have anyone to go through there and lost control of it. Detroit has it now. Fedorov right into the net. And a good play there as Koch had shut him down with his D-man to keep it a 4-2 game. The Professor loses it to Burre. Burre has it now. Burre spinning. Burre still has it. What's he going to do? He loses control, gets back up, but Detroit has it now. Professor. And he gave it away there to Vancouver. As Lume has it. Right now, Vancouver's got 3 defensemen on the ice, so he's going to want to get a change soon. Maybe he can do it on the goal. He does! 5-2. As you see that one develop, Koch makes it 5-2 here, and he's also going to make a line change. I actually thought that was a timeout coming by the Professor, but really, in the end, this is a timeout for him. So 5-2. This is a 3-goal lead. I believe this is the first time he's had a 3-goal lead in the series. So 55 seconds left here in the second period. Vancouver up 5-2. Nice play there by Coke to make that save as he had stopped him running on that cross crease play. Now Vancouver picks it up. Here's Linden. Linden coming in, circling around with it. Now the Professor has it. He's just trying to make his way back into the game. 5-2 heading into the third, but you know what? The Professor, he is such a solid player. He scores a lot of goals, and I would say he is far from out of it on this one. I mean, if he can get a quick one or even a quick couple, I mean, he's right back in it. So we'll see how he starts out here. Here's Chason. He's looking to make it 5-3, and he does. There's that quick goal, as I said, that could happen. It is now 5-3. Nice play by the Professor there to pull within 2. Maybe that's the momentum he needs to try and wrap up the series and become the ultimate champion. Coke just wants to force a game 6. Here he is with Linden, and he comes right back the other way. Nice little backhand play there. It is 6-3 here in the third period. That is a goal that he needed to make that regain that 3-goal lead. Here's the Professor, right in, scores! And he comes right back with another one. 6-4, and we have 4:18 left here in the third period. Lots of time left. Another line change, and this one's coming from Detroit. So I'm not sure who he switched off there. That was too quick for me to my eyes. But anyways, that's okay. Vancouver picks it up. 4 minutes to go here in the third period, and they're up by 2. Trying to see if they can regain that 3-goal lead. And maybe they do here, and no, just on the side of the net there. But it didn't go in, and Detroit picks it up now. Vancouver gets it back. One timer scores! And it is 7-4. Linden on the one-timer from Bure. And again, Coke regains that 3-goal lead here in the third period. 4 goals in the first minute and a half of this third period. Here is... He comes right back and makes it 7-5. The Professor is never say die. He does not quit. He just keeps coming. 7-5. And if anyone says that's what she says, you can get out of the chat. Vancouver has it with Bure now. Bure skating around, tries to get that one-timer over to Courtnall, but he didn't get it, and Biddick gets knocked down as he knocked out of the game. And Vancouver, it looks like they will be on the power play. I'm not sure who's taking the penalty here. We're going to find out shortly. So, Detroit is going to be shorthanded for 2 minutes, and they need to get a shorthanded goal. They need to get 2 goals to force this into a game, force this into overtime. All right, Vancouver knocks him down. There's a chance for Linden, and he gets stopped in front. Picks it back up again. Coke has it with it. He loses it to the Professor. Professor has it with Eisenman. Right back in, and couldn't get control of it, as now Vancouver is back the other way. Here's Linden, and scores! And it's 8-5. With 2:08 to go, that might be the insurance goal that he needed to force a game 6. And right now, they're going crazy at game quarters in Vancouver. They're throwing beer bottles. Wings are going all over the place. Ketchup's being spilled. 2:08 to go here in the third period. Vancouver up by 3, looking for more. And that one's off the side of the net. Here's Coke, tries to get a nice save there by the Professor as he dumps it back down. Vancouver with it now. Coke with Linden. Linden circling, and a nice play there by the Professor to keep that one out. 1:15, and the time is winding down here. Vancouver just needs to control it. Looking for more. Good save by Chevelday. Here is Fedorov, scores! He gave him the lane there. The Professor took it. It is 8-6 with 50 seconds left. Timeout, Detroit. He needs to get his palms dried off. Wipe your hands on your pants and get the sweat off your hands and see what you can do for the last 50 seconds there. He wins the face-off. Here's another chance for him. Oh, he wanted that one timer. That would have been nice to make it 8-7. But Vancouver's got it, and he didn't get it there. 25 seconds. This game is going to be over. Vancouver is going to take it We are going to game 6, and we are going back to Vancouver, which is exactly what Coke wanted here with an 8-6 victory. He needed a lot of goals, and he got a lot of goals to make this a 3-2 series in favor of Detroit. Let's check out the chat. Kingrass says, woo! So he wanted to see a game 6. He's sitting on his couch, I'm guessing, having whatever they drink in New York, probably something that's 0.5%, 0.3%, 0.01%. DC Con says, this is intense. Danglis is Smaz saying he predicted this. He predicted it in 6 or 7. Smaz, what did you predict?
The most likely individual outcome was the Professor in 6.
Professor in 6. Okay, the most likely outcome.
19.2%.
And Smaz also bet on that series, so to finish in 6. So he may be doing something here to manipulate the standings or the outcome of this. Oh, AJ's in the chat. He said swill. I don't know. Oh, is that the drink that you're having? I don't know what swill is. Someone can fill me in on that. King Ruff says, Smosh, let's go hit the craps table together, bud. And Alpha Retro Gaming says, Coke is still in this LFG. Let's friggin' go. Game 6. We are underway here. 0-0. Just 15 seconds in, face off in Vancouver zone, and they win it there. Here comes Cordell. Not quite the breakaway, but he still has a chance. I couldn't quite go back to the forehand. I think he was trying backhand, but it didn't go for him there. Here is Bure. Bure gets tied up in the middle, gives it to Linden. Linden to Cordell. Cordell loses it to Coffee there, and he gets dumped, and now Vancouver has it back again. There's a one-timer across, and a good play there by the Professor as he got it with his defenseman, dumped it down, and no icing there either as McLean picks it up. Vancouver, as Cordell gets rubbed out. Yzerman has it now. Smooth Yzerman over to Cicerelli. Backhander, nice goal there by the Professor as he waited it out and tucked it in nicely. Backhand, short side on Kirk McLean to make it 1-0. Just 2 minutes in here in the first period. Detroit back again, looking for more. Vancouver has it now, and now is a break here for Linden. Scores! 1-1 as they've tied it up here in Vancouver in Game 6. We have a 1-1 game. Diddick with it now. Coke gives it to Bure. Coke controlling it. The one-timer there, he almost had it, but a good play there by Professor to keep that one out. Here is Chason. Puts it up to Cicerelli. Cuts it across. The one-timer there by the Professor, but that was wide of the net, and Vancouver's going to get their chance. Here's Cardinal. Circling, gives it away, and the puck goes back down the ice. Detroit picks it up there. This could be a chance for them. Detroit, he gets it back again. Oh, a nice play there. I think the defenseman had kept that one out because I don't think McLean had stopped that one. So he saves that game-saving goal there, perhaps, to keep it tied 1-1. Vancouver. Oh, the one-timer, and that was wide of the net. How did that one miss? That was completely wide of the net. Detroit with it now. Fedorov across, and oh, he wanted the one-timer. He didn't shoot it. Is it still there? There's a wide open net. Oh, he got it up. He hit the penalty. Oh, my gosh. He had the wide open net, and he was probably pounding on that A button and could not get it to go. Jeez. Anatar says, please stop diving. I'm nervous. I agree. The dive was crazy there. Maybe he didn't mean to do it. We don't know. Here's Burry. Breakaway. Oh, did I say there by the Professor? The shovel, they shuts the door with the pass. Fedorov coming in, circling in behind the net, and loses it there to Burry. Vancouver short-handed here as the time expires. 1-1 heading into the second period. Let's check out the chats. Anyone get what Halifax just said? I hope not, because I'm just rambling. Scribe says, pull the goalie. And AJ says, Diddick is playing out of his mind. Here is Vancouver. Here's Diddick. Diddick has it, loses it. Detroit gets it back now. The Professor with Cicerelli. Now Vancouver back the other way. They lose control of it. The Professor right in, scores! Nice backhand goal to make it 2-1 and take the lead here in the second period. Cicerelli took control of it and made him pay as they are up by 1 now. Vancouver with Cardinal. Cardinal gets it all. The slap shot hit the post. He had the wide open net there and couldn't get it to go. Detroit now with Eisenman right in, loses control of it. As McLean picks it up, there's a rebound. Good save by McLean. Cardinal for Vancouver. Coke right in with Linden. He scores, and it's tied 2-2. Trevor Linden from Jeff Cardinal. 2-2 here in Game 6 in the second period. What a series this has been so far. Here's Cicerelli right in. Nice play there by Coke as he challenged him and made him lose control of the puck. Vancouver now loses it to Detroit as Fedorov has it now to Cicerelli. Fedorov waiting, and Coke came out for that challenge with Kurt McLean and made the save. Detroit back in again. Eisenman gets dumped. Back up now. Chance for Vancouver, not quite. Good play there by the Professor. The dive was timed perfectly to get that face off and keep Vancouver from getting it. Good play there by the Professor. Some line changes here happening for Vancouver, and we're going to get a face off inside Detroit's zone. Look for a quick one-timer or a cut to the net, but Detroit wins it. Here is Cicerelli. Cicerelli still has it. Trying to cut back in front. Cicerelli scores as he cut right across there. He's got the hat trick now. The Professor makes it 3-2 and regains the lead. He wants the championship. This would be his first championship online ever. Here is Cicerelli again. Oh, nice save there by McLean. Timed it perfectly. Keeps it 3-2. Here's Detroit again. Here is Linden. One-timer. No, did not go there. Detroit. The Professor puts it up to Cicerelli. Stops. Tries to cut in. And now he's holding up Bure. The puck goes in behind the net. And McLean goes out to dive out to get a whistle. Okay, 3-2 here in the second period. Detroit wins a faceoff. The Professor scores to make it 4-2. And we have 1 minute to go here in the second. Is there a timeout coming? There is not a timeout coming. 4-2 here for Detroit as the Professor is starting to take control of this game. Here he is with Fedorov again, scores and makes it 5-2. Fedorov has scored to make it 5-2, and now that timeout is coming that we thought maybe was coming when it was 4-2. But let's see if the momentum can swing again. Coke needs to get this next goal here if he wants to make a game. Otherwise, Detroit is starting to kind of run away with this. And he rams into him there. Here comes the Professor. Stopped there by McLean as Bure is in back the other way. Bure right in, and Bure is knocked out. But it's only for 18 seconds. This is not a bad thing for Vancouver. They are going to get a power play, most of it into the third period, unless they can get one quickly, which they would like to get one quickly if they can before the end of the third here. So maybe there's a chance to get a quick one right off the draw. We'll see if he has. He wins it back across. One-timer coming. Oh, what a save there by Shoveldays. He dives out to hold it again. 8 seconds left. There's lots of time here to get another play off if he can do it. Pass across. Oh, is it going to happen? No. He tried the one-timer there, but unfortunately he went the wrong way to put it off the boards. And we are headed into the third period with the Professor in control of the game right now. It is 5-2. He is looking for his first online championship. The East versus West, COVID, whatever you want to call it, cup. 5 minutes to go, and Coke needs to get one, and he needs to get one quick. Here's Detroit right in, scores, and he makes it 6-2. That may very well do it. Fedorov with the hat trick. A nice backhand play by the Professor, and now Coke has a long way to go if he wants to come back and try and force a game 7. Here's Detroit. Back in again, and there is a penalty, and a penalty shot is coming up here. For Detroit, Cicerelli versus McLean. Is he going to put the game away? He has it on his stick. Scores! The dive play didn't work there for McLean. It is now 7-2. And unfortunately, they are probably already riding at game quarters right now. I feel bad for Coke. He's tried really hard, but 5 goals boy, that's a lot to come back from anybody, and especially against the professor. But we'll see what happens here. He's not going to quit. He's right back in. There it is. Makes it 7-3. Needs a goal a minute. It's not impossible, but it is going to be very hard to do. Down by 4 here in the third period. Detroit back in, looking for more. Here's the professor in behind the net, and he's okay to kill a little bit of time back there. You're allowed to do that. Puts it back out to Coffee. He's going to circle right back into the zone again, and Vancouver picks it up. Here is Bure. Bure cuts in, cuts across. He is the one-timer's there, but he didn't get the pass off early enough. Cicerelli now has it. Here's a one-timer coming. No, and he didn't get the pass off. 2:50 to go. Not much time left for Coke. He needs to get one. He needs to get one fast. Is this going to be it? Oh, he has one in the net. He needed that one there to make it 7-4, but it's still down by 4 goals. Oh, just over 2 minutes to go. Time is winding down for Vancouver. Here is Linden. He loses it. Cardinal trying to wait it out. Still has it. Scores! 7-4. They are down by 3 now. Just under 2 minutes to go here in the third. Here is the professor back the other way, and almost tried to get that one there. How would that one not go? I think the defenseman had kept that one out. Vancouver back the other way. They need to score. They need to get another one. They need to do it fast. Stops the play there. Here's Detroit back the other way. He's got the game. They're trying to ice it. Just under a minute now. Bure needs to get one here, and it's Sept. Shut it down there. 50 seconds to go. Nice save by the professor. He has it with Cicerelli, and the one-timer didn't go, but it doesn't matter. There is only 30 seconds left. There is the game. There is the championship for the professor as he has iced it here in Game 6, 8-4, and he is looking for perhaps one more on the icing on the cake, 9-4. We are going to say congratulations to the professor. Well-played series. He played tons of goals. Boy, oh my gosh, he scored 7 in one game, 9 in a couple of other games, and 6 in another game. So just all offense for Detroit, and that is it. So congratulations to the professor. A well-deserved series. Let's just check out the chat and see what everybody's saying there. Dan says, valiant ever Coke. Great series by Dangler. Good games by AJ. Anna Terrace says, good series. DC Con says, what a series. Good games, Hokie fan. Kingraf, good games. What a series by both. Stantonator, great series and great seasons by both. Tekkanes, good games. Scribe, great series. And Stantonator, thanks for the comment. Yeah, I appreciate the comments. That's very cool of you guys. We love doing it. If you want to stick around for a bit, I think Smaz is going to try and see if he can get the professor. Maybe we'll do a quick interview.
Professor says, give me 2 minutes. And also we're going to talk about King of 94 Online Edition. I guess probably, a month or two?
So for those that are still on the chat, if you haven't left the stream yet, for the King of 94 this year, we are doing an online tournament. And I know that Smaz and I have been kind of talking for a little while now on some formats and those types of things. And we've been kind of going back and forth on how it should go, but we chatted today and we thought that maybe we would like to get your guys' input, because we had contemplated just perhaps doing a double elimination series, and then we had considered doing a round robin just like we do in the real tournaments. The only downside perhaps to a round robin is that you've got more people involved, and then you have to try to determine how many games you want to play against each person to advance onto the playoff round, whether it's 1 game or 2 games. We're thinking that we probably won't do this in a weekend. We'll probably do it over a week or 2, just like we do our regular season. So for those that can commit, for some evenings during the week, then we'll probably end up kind of doing it that way. It's a lot to jam in at one time, and so but we want to hear any of your feedback. So if you want to just pop it in the chat, what you'd prefer to see, what kind of format you would like, and we're just going to take everything into consideration as part of it. And then we'll make an official announcement probably sometime in November to give us about a month of lead time to just promote a little bit. So
Got Nick join the chat. I guess that must be Coke.
Miller Time Band says, thanks, Hallie and Smosh for hosting. I appreciate that.
Oh, we've got Coke on the line here.
When you're done, he's not playing NHL 94. He's a great butt of the community. Bob Kadelsi says, congrats to the prof. DC Con says, no way, an interview. Come on, this is too good. Awesome show, guys. Thanks, Ellis. Appreciate that. King of 94 News by Bob Kadelski. Yes. Ellis says, I got to be up at 4 a.m. Otherwise, I'd love to stick around. Good night. All right, buddy. Have yourself a good night. Thank you for watching. Tecmo John says, yes, Smoz. I don't know what that's for. Smoz keeping the good stuff secret. So, sorry, did you say that Coke is going to be joining us for an interview, or?
Yeah, he's there right now.
Sorry, he's in there right now?
I think so.
Yeah, can you hear me?
But you're,
Nick, can you hear us?
I don't think you have your headphones in.
Oh, right. Is this Nick?
That's me.
Oh, nice, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, pretty good, man. I got to congratulate the professor over there, the beast from the east. That guy's unstoppable.
Yeah, we were. You know what? We were a little worried that the series would be over quickly after those first two games, but you know what? You played a great game 3, and the overtime comeback win was pretty epic. Tell us about that. I want to know what your reaction was on that one.
You got to remind me. Is this the game?
That's game 3. Yeah, game 3.
Oh, I didn't even. That was an accident, flipping the puck up in the air, and then it just landed on my stick, and I just went between the legs, and it went through. It went into the goal, man. That was just an accident right there. I wish I planned it.
Do you know that we're naming that after you now?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. That's pretty cool.
Because I kind of freaked out on that tying goal. I was like, I didn't think that you had meant to do it. It seemed like it was a mistake, but the way that you did it and then got the puck back and buried it, I was like, wow, what a incredible play. So
in a couple of months, when people ask me about it, I'm gonna say I did it on purpose. Then
you should say you did it on purpose, because it sounds like in the chat they're officially naming it after you. So if anybody can flip the puck back to themselves and tuck it in, it's now called the Coke.
Thickness says he's already made a GIF of it. GIF of it.
Yeah, I saw that too. I guess whenever anyone gets steamrolled by Detroit, you can call it the Professor, because that guy really should. Yeah, that guy should be on right now. Can you get him on?
He's coming in. Said he had to take 2 minutes. He's having trouble joining right now, so we'll see what happens.
Are you at home? Because I know all the boys at Game Quarters were chatting about you. I guess they were watching it from there.
Oh yeah, Game Quarters is awesome. Ryan out there, he runs a pretty cool thing over there. And then I'm at home, but he apparently is at the Game Quarters. That place is going to be a really, really cool place for NHL 94 going forward, because I'm really into that.
Yeah, I don't know how many guys he had there, but it sounded like there must have been a few of them watching the game and cheering you on, because I kept seeing it throughout the chat. So.
Oh, I wish I could have made it to Game 7 at least. Game 6 is good.
If anyone's in the chat and has a question for Coke, I'd love to hear it. So if you just want to type it in, maybe you can answer. And Kingraf says he's going to go 2-38 next season, but he's going to score a goal against Coke.
Just going to play the highlight again. So here it goes.
You're playing the flip goal? Chance for Vancouver. This might be their last chance. Awesome. Is he going to get it? The flip pass. He gets it back on. Chance for Vancouver. AJ says. So AJ says he's going to be all. AJ says he's going to be all not trying to do what you just did.
All right. Good luck. I have the chance here.
Yeah. And Kadelski says, "Hey, great. Coke sounds like a great guy. Great season." I'm trying to think. We played in Vancouver, didn't we?
No, you were in a different bracket, and then but we didn't play. No, we didn't.
We didn't play. Okay, I keep thinking that maybe we did, but we didn't. Okay, it was one of your buddies then. Maybe that's what it was.
That's right. I'm gonna drop out now. I'm gonna let the champ here take over.
Okay, buddy.
Congrats, man.
Great game, man.
There he is, the professor. How you doing?
I'm good. Good. That was intense, man. I don't know if it felt as intense for you as it did for me. That was wild.
I lost my voice after game 3, I think. It was pretty rough after that. There were a lot of people saying, "What the hell is Halifax actually saying on the? We can't understand them."
You're like a screaming mule by that point.
I was a screaming mule by that point, but man, wow, we watched a fun series. Dude, you scored a crap ton of goals.
You know, I think I played like the 10 seconds or less kind of offense, you know, because I give up a crap ton of goals too. So, you know, that's why they become football scores by the time it's all over.
Yeah, well, I think even Tick and S pointed that out in his stats that Super Nintendo scores a lot more than Genesis does. But gosh, we saw a lot of goals that series. At any point, did you ever think that you got nervous at all, worried?
Well, I was pretty worried at like after the first actually I think it was towards the end of the second period. I was like I feel like I'm running out of gas, and like he's like pretty much kind of figured me out by then. So I was like, you know, the things that I was kind of doing, like I'm like triple guessing myself because I think he's kind of caught on to what I was trying to do. So I was like trying to do something else, but then, you know, that wasn't working. So I don't know. I think when I win the face off, and then, you know, I can get really streaky. So that's when, you know, like if I can just pour a couple on, then I feel a little bit better, like towards like the end of that third period. But yeah, like no lead is safe when he's playing.
And we saw that too, even when it was, I think in game 5, you were down heading into the third, but it was just kind of, you never quit. You end up, I think you lost 8-6, but it was just kind of back and forth. And I just kind of said, like, you can't give up on when you're playing against a guy like yourself. You gotta keep going, but because you never stop, it seems. So.
No, I kind of I like playing from behind, you know, because it's almost like, well, what else you got nothing to lose now, so you just pour it, you know, you just put it all out there, and like you know, like you might give them up, and then but if you're streaky and you're just lucky with you know, the computer hitting them, then yeah, but yeah, that was fun.
And one thing too is I was using Detroit in the Western Conference, and I purposely missed the playoffs because I didn't want to have to face you in the finals and be Detroit.
Oh, of course.
Detroit. So
sure.
I did that on purpose, and I was okay with it, you know.
Yeah, the world thanks you for that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. So thanks for that, because I didn't want to have to, you know, play you in the finals, Detroit. So I figured it was just best thing if I, you know, lost 24 games and bowed out. So.
Yeah, because, you know, the universe would explode if there were two of the same teams in this final. That just.
I think. Did you have the first pick this year? Is that how you got Detroit?
No, I think I had somewhere. I had somewhere in the middle.
Top 3. Really?
Yeah, no. All the good ones were kind of gone, and you know, it was a toss up between LA and Detroit, because I don't know if you remember in the King of '94, like I was going with LA a lot. I would throw out that LA Detroit matchup, and then they would pick Detroit, or I don't know, I would go with LA. I don't know, it just kind of, I was just like, you know what, like the numbers seem to be better for Detroit. I was like, I'll just pick them. But I love them. Like it's there's a lot of like skill and agility there. Like you can pull some dekes off at the last second that I don't think you can do with a lot of other teams. So I mean, they have their weaknesses, of course, so you just have to kind of, you know, try to mitigate them with some dirty hooking, and you know. But yeah, but I love them. I think they're my go-to team now, I think.
I was gonna say this year, from top to bottom, I think your conference compared to our conference was a lot harder. If you want to call them conferences, I guess they were leagues, East League and West League, but. Because to me, the fact that you won 30 games against the guys that you played against, to me, is remarkable. I mean, you had Bob Kudelski, you know, one of the top 5 players in the world. You had Anatar, who's top 5 players in the world. You had King of '94, same thing. I mean, King Raph missed the playoffs. I didn't think that was going to happen. Trying to think who else was playing in that league.
Dangler was there.
Dangler, another one, Mikhail's brother, who turned out to be
yeah,
a really good player. Out of all those guys, Anyone stand out to, in your opinion, as the toughest? Or are you willing to say?
Yeah, well, King is always tough, right? Because like he's shifty, and
Who makes you guess the most?
you down when it's a bit of a slower grind when you play him, so it doesn't really like he slows me down. So I play really fast pace, and so it's a bit of it throws me off. Yeah, King's brother Chongo throws me off too. I haven't quite figured that out. Like we play in some exhibition games, and he takes me to the ringers on that one. Yeah, like Bob. He when I played him in the playoffs, it looked a lot easier than it was. I mean, I had a bit of a game plan, and it worked out. But I think it was also like, I think his head wasn't all there. I think because he had to bow out right after a little while because he just like stuff was just going on. So yeah, but yeah, it's crazy, man. All those games they're just fun. Like it's fun playing people that are just so wicked good.
I think top to bottom, it's probably the toughest I've ever seen in Super Nintendo, as far as I can ever remember. So I was happy to win as many games as I did because I didn't think that was going to happen. But you played amazing. I saw one comment here from AJ. Says, the professor likes to play from behind, but is hardly ever behind. How on earth do you play a successful game against himself? and Raph says he says you have to mitigate it with dirty hooking. So
it's what else could he call it? Like when I do it, I feel guilty because it's it slows it down, and you're like it's just frustrating when you're in the middle of it. It's dirty. It's the 90s.
Coke said to unplug your controller. That's how they do.
Well.
Hey, was Cohen watching?
No, I sent him to bed. It's late. We gotta keep him back on the schedule.
I guess it's pretty weird that it's 11:30 there now. Well, you know what? You can watch the replay if he wants, and watch you win your championship. So, I don't know if you knew or not. We're sending you a check, Smaz. He's emptying out his bank account. Whatever he's got left in there, he's going to send that to you in the mail for winning the title. So,
what?
Yeah, Smaz, he doesn't want. He said he just wanted to empty his bank account.
And 73 cents.
He's gonna do cash advances on all his credit cards. He's taken out a line of credit, and he took out a mortgage against his house just to give you some money. So
awesome.
I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty nice.
I'll make it rain with all of it.
I got a question for you. We were just briefly touching on the King of '94, and we were trying to get some thoughts from people. What kind of format would you love to see? Do you like to see the same as we do it live, or do you want to see something different?
I don't know. I like it the way it is.
So you like the round robin and then moving into the brackets?
Yeah, like I like the I don't like the term losers bracket though. I know it's like it describes exactly what it is, but yeah, I kind of like the double elimination because I don't know, like you just feel like you get second life, and yeah, it just feels safe. But no, I don't think I like the round robin. Yeah, I don't want a knockout right from the get go.
Yeah, no. Well, we wouldn't do single elimination for this.
Like it might be hard on your end, right? I don't know. I don't know
well,
what the logistics would be.
I think the biggest thing is it's easier to do a round robin when everybody's there, but when everybody's not there, then you have to arrange games with everybody in your group, and depending on how many you put in a group. I mean, I think we do what, six or 7 or 8.
Yeah,
which is a lot in a group for one game in each player. So, so we might have to do some.
Yeah.
Favorite moment from that series? Was there any point where you knew you had it?
Well, like right at the end when I got 8-4, that was it, man. I was tense as hell. You gotta give me, yeah. It was wild. It was really weird when he scored in his own net with the goalie. I just thought, like, what just happened there? You know?
he scored on his own net with the goal?
I believe so. I think.
I don't remember that. Did you remember that, Smoss?
No,
How did
I
miss
don't
that?
remember. Yeah, I can look for replays here. It'll
Oh.
cool.
Was that
Unless there was some weird glitch or something. No, but on my end, it seemed like his goalie had the puck, and then it went in. It was like in that blowout game. I think it was the 6th goal. I think that's what it was.
so
Or did something happen? I have no
I
clue.
just saw that Coke saying, yeah, that's the game where everything went game wrong. And AJ seems to remember which one it was. He said it was game 2, the 6-0 goal.
Yeah.
So it's possible I might have been just yapping at the chat and not paying attention. And missed it completely. So if anybody has a question for Jason, that's his name, you can call him the Professor. If you weren't aware, he goes by the Professor. He's a high school teacher in Ontario, very smart, intelligent guy. He's math teacher. He's also part of Mensa as well. So
That part's false.
oh, okay.
Don't go spreading crazy rumors.
So yeah, if you guys have a question for Jason, I'd love to be able to ask him for him on your behalf. Stantnator says we should merge East and West next season. Just a shout out to Stantnator there. Great guy, Mike Stanton. Just so much fun. I played against him in Vancouver, and he knocked me out. And then he came to Toronto and did a really good run. I think he finished in top 8, maybe top 6. But he says that we should merge the East and West next season. So I was actually thinking about that, of how it really depends on who actually comes back, because every year it's different. I mean, if it was the same guys coming back, it'd be an easy answer. But I mean, I think we had 51 people play this year in Super Nintendo, 56 in Sega. I'm sure Raph will correct me if I'm wrong, because I know he knows the answer. It was the most we ever had, most games we ever had. We finished entire seasons. It was the most successful season we ever had. And you were the one that capped it all off for us. So depending on when the next one is, I don't know. Probably won't be till next year anyways, because we'll do the King of '94. There's other leagues going on as well. So
Is that the next project?
the King of '94 tournament. Yeah, we're gonna try and have that probably. I'm thinking the King of '94. So.
Oh, get out of here. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be online. It won't be in person, obviously, because of COVID, and there's still travel restrictions in place between Canada and the US. And, everyone has varying opinions on the safety of it, but I certainly know for myself that I wouldn't be traveling at this time still.
AJ's asking why Fedorov at center. Most people use Iserman. AJ's asking why.
Oh, there you go.
All right. Get to the technical stuff. So, Iserman doesn't hit very well, at least that's my experience, but Fedorov does, and I play a lot of my defense with my center, and I'm like spilling all my secrets. So when you lose the draw, right? You're the guy that you've got is your center. So I want to make sure that I have the best guy, that best defender there, and they're and skill wise they're pretty much the same. So. That's the part. That was actually the big shift that kind of got me on a run over the season, because I wasn't. I don't know what my record was early in the season, but then I was like, man, this Iserman thing is really screwing me over. So I just made that switch, and then I kind of went on a run, and then my confidence kind of built up, and I was like, oh, this works. So yeah, so I put Fedorov in there just for better defense. I put Iserman on the right wing just so that he's a righty on the right wing, and then Cicerelli's he's a whatever. He shoots right, but he's on the left. I'll just bite the bullet on that one. I really needed a solid defensive centerman.
Is Fedorov a heavy player? I don't think he is.
He's not, but he checks harder. I think that's I don't even know if those numbers actually matter, but I don't know. Just Iserman just kept bouncing. I guess they do, right?
He does weigh one
they're definitely
more.
all small.
I've always found that if you put a heavy guy at center, it's harder for them to knock down. So there are some guys that you just know that are really good at knocking guys down at center ice when you play them. Some guys are just really good at it. When I play those guys, I'll usually put a heavy guy at center because it slows them down a little bit. And depending on who I'm playing, I will switch out a heavier guy for a lighter guy or whatever, or more
Yeah.
skilled guy. So it really depends on who I'm playing. But I was just curious because I didn't think Fedorov was a heavy guy. But you're
He's
saying
heavy. They're about the same. Like there's nobody over 200 pounds, I think, on Detroit. So that's their main disadvantage is that like if you play even Chicago or Pittsburgh, it's like it's dirty hook city all day because you can't knock them down at all. It's dirty hook city all day.
Do you know one thing I find that neither of you guys do, and maybe I'm one of the few guys that do it, is there's nobody, you don't beat check.
No, yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's you play too much Sega, man.
Well, no, I don't play Sega hardly at all. And but I just found like I was like, neither one of these guys are doing it, and I was like, maybe I should just stop doing it.
I was actually like sometimes in the scrums, after the whistle, I would kind of practice on it. Like I'm not good enough at it.
Yeah, well, apparently I'm not good enough at it. Taking S says, what subjects do you teach? I know that you teach math. All right.
Yeah, it's math and science, but right now I actually work. So I work in the Toronto District School Board, and I actually now I'm not in the classroom right now. So I coordinate math, professional learning for the city like right now it's kind of for everybody, but mainly for high school teachers. So I'm really lucky in that I don't have to be in a school right now because oh my goodness, like it's so weird having children with masks and adults with masks and face shields, and hats off to everybody that has to do that. It's they're heroes right now, man. I'm just I feel for them, but everyone's doing a good job.
I'm just trying to see if anyone else had any questions here for you. AJ just said, don't worry, I'm not taking notes. And we asked about weight. The funny thing with AJ is, I honestly don't know if he knows every single player and it's inside his head, but he just noted 196 pounds and 3 check. Eisman 188, 1 or 2 checks. So it's like he just knows his stuff. So while someone might give you a math equation, you can ramble off the number. He can ramble off the stats of every player in the game. Any other questions for Jason before we probably let him go, because it's pretty late there and I'm sure he wants to go to bed. So I'll just leave it up for one more minute. Anything you wanted to share?
No, hats off to you and to everybody on the back end who kind of makes this league happen. I mean, I knew about it like 10 years ago, but I had Cohen, and life is challenging with a kid and trying to carve out some time for video games, especially 20-year-old video games, a little bit rough. So now that he's a bit older, yeah, it was and COVID, right, kind of put me into it made me leap into playing online. So I mean everybody has been, right? Like that's why this league is such a booming success right now. But yeah, thank you. Like this is like an amazing, like I look forward to playing whenever I can, and it's done by people like you. So I want to say thank you.
You're welcome. It's we wanted to do it right after Sochal happened, because we knew that there were still a lot of new players that were there, and we wanted to try and keep some of them around, and some of them did stick around. So that's why and obviously it's not just me. Chaos probably does the most work out of all of us. He's the one that sets up the website and everything else, and makes sure that everything is going on. He puts a lot of work that you guys do not even see. So shout out to him, Raph, and Smoz. Between the 4 of us, we all kind of work together. So, in my opinion, Chaos is the kind of glue that keeps the online leagues together. So, and he's probably not even watching now anyways. I haven't seen him in the chat. So. Dangler says, great season, Professor. AJ says, congrats again, Prof. Scribe says congrats, prof, and then Dangler says congrats again after he already said congrats. So, and I guess for him it's 12:40 there, so he's probably had a few Alexander Keiths and just scrambling out his words. Very good. Well, you know what? If you're, we'll let you go there and let you have very good. Really appreciate it. Congratulations again. It was beginning to end. You played amazing from the start of the season right through all the way through the playoffs. So pretty hard for someone to take you down. No one did, and you are the champion this year. So
thanks everybody. Yeah, thanks to you guys, and thanks for everybody who plays. Yeah, it's a community. I love. This is such a cool community. I'm just lucky to be a part of it. Let's play again.
You bet. Okay, buddy. Have yourself.
All right, take it easy. Good night, guys.
Yeah.
All right, take it easy. Good night, guys.
If there's anybody left in the chat, I think Smaz and I are going to take off here. Unless Smaz, you have anything to add?
No, I don't think so. I think that's it. So.
I assume you don't have any post-game statistics.
No, I don't think we have a thing set up for uploading. I hope that they kept the save states and that you mentioned Chaos. He's got a little bit of work to do to add another series into the website for him to upload into. Hopefully that can be done just to have it. I don't know if they saved it though.
We still got 15 viewers. Wow.
Yeah.
Who's still watching? Wow. I know Dangler's still watching because he posted, and AJ's still watching. Dangler says, "Will King of 94 update?"
So yeah, I do need to update the King 94 rankings. I don't think I included was it Minnesota, and I'm not sure. I think I got the one before that. I think I got the one from January in Vancouver. I might have. I added that one from January in Vancouver, and then I don't think I got around to it since then. So yeah, I need to update that.
And I think we were going to include Sochal in that too, right?
Yeah, I guess we can include Sochal. I wouldn't rate it. I wouldn't put the weighting too high because it's online. Things are a bit different. It's online. Things are. But yeah, I can include it. I think it should be. I mean, typically those rankings are for live events.
Well, you could make a second one too.
For live events. So.
Dangler just said the Sochal count. Yeah, we were just talking about that. So.
Yeah, I guess I'm a bit torn on it because all the other rankings are for live, and then we would be adding in all the other rankings one online tournament.
Yeah, Scribe says the Edge of 94. Yeah, I think that's the one in Minnesota. Yeah, Scribe says.
That's what I still need to update that one.
You put that one. All right, we still need stuff. What are we gonna do about lag for King of 94 online? We'll do the best we can.
I think the main thing is there's no money.
Yeah.
So if there's lag.
That's a good point. Yes, there's not going to be any money to go in King of 94 because there's just too many variables that can make it not fair for someone. So we just said we're just going to make it a fun thing. That one we will give out a trophy. We are going to do a 2-on-2 as part of it as well. So find yourself a partner that you want to play with, and we're going to have a separate 2-on-2 tournament as part of it as well. So kind of a King of 94 tournament for each console, and then a 2-on-2 for each console as well. And that will be our fun time. So you'll be able to play in all of them if you want to play in all of them. They're not actually going to all be on at the same time. We're just going to do one because it's a bit cumbersome for both Smaz and I, and anyone that's helping out to try and coordinate all this stuff. So one tournament at a time, complete that one, move on to the next one. So one tournament at a time. Daniel says, fair enough. I guess that's from a comment perhaps that I made earlier. AJ says, I'll take an autograph from Hallie and Smuz. I'd love to send you an autograph. What do you want me to sign? I could send you, if you want. I don't know if you can see this or not. I can send you this. Is that on the screen?
Yeah, it's your beret.
Is that on the screen?
Yeah, it's your beret.
And his Canucks. The Vancouver vintage jersey.
So we were both kind of representing our side of East and West. I wore my
I was supposed to wear the
sweater.
jersey. Yeah, Smoz wanted me to wear it, and I was just like, oh,
And we never really showed them anyway, so.
it gets too hot in here regardless.
Yeah,
So. Anatar says, looking forward to getting demolished in 2-on-2. Whatever, dude. I love the modesty, Anatar, but let's not kid ourselves that you're really good. I love the modesty. I need a partner, so I'm just throwing it out there. If somebody wants to be on my team, I would love to have a partner, because I also probably should try and figure out my connection. Make sure I can actually play. The berry sweater is sexy. Yes, it is. It is one of those vintage, those vintage tags still on it. I got it for $50. Some guy was unloading a bunch of jerseys online, and I went and snagged it for $50. So it's a pretty good deal. Dangler says, Team Nova Scotia. Hey, buddy, I will partner up with you if you want. We can be the Blue Noser boys, the Trailer Park boys, or the Flying Fishermen, or the Mooseheads, or whatever you want to call our team name. So, McMarcus says, no, we want a signed Valerie Bure jersey. I don't think Valerie Bure, when did he start playing in the NHL? Was that 95? Does anyone know?
I can look it up pretty quickly.
He's not in the game, but he played. Who did he start with?
Yeah, his first season was 94-95 with Montreal.
Okay, he played on Montreal. I think he played on Calgary. He was in Florida because he played with his brother.
And then St. Louis. Then I think it looks like he went back to Florida, unless it's in the wrong. Yeah, he went back to Florida, and then Dallas.
And then he played on Family Full House with Candace Bergman, or whatever her name is. Candace Bergman? Is that her name? I don't know. That's the one he married in the show. Team Alexander Keys. There you go. I like that one. Team Alexander Keys. We'll have to get a sponsor for that. I like that one. Cameron. Candace Cameron. That must be who it is. Is that right? I think that's what he's saying. I said Candace Bergman. He's saying Candace Cameron. So, I said Candace Bergman. Got an echo from your speakers. Oh. Got an echo from you're getting an echo?
Yeah, it plays it back like a second later.
But I was gonna say it can't be from my speakers because I'm wearing headphones. But I was gonna say it can't be from.
Is your phone just
No.
streaming it?
My phone's streaming it, but I had the audio off the whole time. Smaza, checking your nose source code. Editor says, "Gotta go, boys. Great stream tonight. Thanks, buddy. Good to have you guys here. How many guys do we got left? 12 left. So the sponsors are still happy. What did we get up to? I think we got up over. We were hoping to get up over 20, and I thought somebody said we did.
I think I saw 20. I think I saw 31. 31 was the highest I saw.
Wow, that's pretty good. 31 for that. So. Wow. Very cool. Okay, I guess I'm all out of stuff to talk about.